Okay, so this is a video that I've been wanting to make for fun while I've been here, just to document my cost of living and to track my expenses here and show off what is my day-to-day, my 1 month worth of living expenses here. So it's gonna be realistic and it's gonna be like legit, and give into account that this is an initial month review. So there are a lot of things that I'm doing now which I wasn't doing when I first arrived because I haven't found the things that I wanted to go to. So my current expenses are slightly higher than what I've shown here, which I'll do another video on, about like a proper full-on living expenses video. But for now, this one is just my sort of like first-ish month here. It's basically the whole month of July which I tracked. And so yeah, we'll get into it. So first one, which is the most important one, which is accommodation. So for my accommodation, it was 10,614. So I would say it's around the mid-range of pricing. It's not too expensive, it's also not super cheap. I think it's pretty good for the area that I'm in because it's very close to a lot of good things. And of course, this place is super nice. The few things that I kept. So this is inclusive of the rent and all the utility bills. The biggest thing that kept this cost low was that I don't use the aircon right there, because I'm not an aircon person, and for just some reason, the stuff that I like to do is cheap. So no aircon is a big thing. So I don't use the aircon here at all. Even when it's super hot, it's just not something that is in my habit to use. So there's no aircon I use, and this is inclusive of all the bills. So inclusive of the rent I pay here, it includes electric bills, water, Wi-Fi, and they help with garbage. So those are the inclusive of in this pricing. The thing that would lower this cost is if you stay longer term. So this is definitely probably in the mid-range of pricing which you can expect to find here. I'm pretty sure. But yeah. And also this place is sort of like an serviced apartment. So it's not a full-on you're left with everything. Like, they do come in and help me clean this place. They help me change the bed sheets, clean the toilets twice a month. So there's some sort of service going on here, inclusive of this pricing. So yeah, accommodation. So that's the biggest expense. So everything else is cheaper than this. Okay, next, my largest expense, of course, is food and water. So this is inclusive of all the little other things I buy, like water, little snacks here and there, my soya sauce for my eggs, and my eggs, so my morning eggs, my soya sauce, my water, and pretty much it. So that's the whole month of July for food. I'm pretty sure it's higher now because I eat more now than when I first got here, because I wasn't bulking when I first got here, because I was still figuring out a lot of things. It was tough navigating my way through these uncharted terrains. No, but yeah. So this is probably lower than what I'm currently eating now. I would estimate it's probably closer to 10 to 12,000, probably higher than my accommodation costs at this point, because I'm eating a lot more consistently now, and I was eating 2 to 3 meals during this month, but now I'm eating 3 to 4 in terms of like price every month. So it's definitely higher now than when I first got here. But yeah, for food, that is the cost, and yeah, inclusive of everything. So water I buy in packs of 6 for 45. So that is one of and I drink about 1 pack a week, slightly less. So yeah, so water is pretty affordable here. And other than that, food, I stick to a lot of street food. So I went to absolutely 0 restaurants, like upscale restaurants, because in my day-to-day I just don't do it as well. Like back at home, I don't do it unless there's some special occasion or meeting friends. So whenever I'm alone, I'm always going to coffee shops and just settling wherever is the most convenient. So a lot of times I just go to nearby places, which around me here also happens to be like street food, which I love. So that's all good. And plus drinks. So all my drinks, all my milk tea, all my Milos and stuff. So that's all included within this price. And for the gym here, the one that I go to has no aircon again. And I checked with another one which has aircon, and mine is actually almost half price. So I paid 2,000 for a total of 3 months, which tallies up to about 666.666 per month. So yeah, that's the gym cost for 3 months. The longer you book your membership for, the cheaper it is. So 1 month, I'm pretty sure it's 1,000. So you pay for 2 months, and the third month is technically free in this situation. So yeah, so when I went there, I knew I was staying for 3 months, so I immediately just got the 3-month membership off the get-go because it had no aircon. I was like, okay, I'm sold. So yeah, so that's the gym membership here, which is 666.66666. And another one is my Muay Thai classes. So when I first got here, I wasn't going regularly because I was still figuring out where I wanted to go, and I was inconsistent. Okay, so big honest here, I was inconsistent. But the class I found, it's actually pretty good, and it's a 1-to-1 session, 1 hour, for 500 per session. So when I first got here, I was going, the first month I went 4 times, but now I go every 4 days. So in a month, I probably go about 8 times. 8 times 4 is 24. No, it's 20. It's 32. Yeah, 32. So around there. In a month is about 30 days. So I go about 7 to 8 times in a month now. So it's probably about twice as much as shown here. So yeah, for this month, it was just 4 sessions of 500. Lastly, it's just all the weird little miscellaneous which I have bought, which is actually very little comparative to, I think, other people, because I don't really buy anything. The one thing I did purchase, which I didn't include here, I forgot, just remembered, was my SIM card plan. My SIM card plan was, I'm pretty sure it's about 2,000 for 3 months as well. Around there, it was 1,000 something for 3 months, so that's included of, so I need to add that in, so that's probably some extra amount. And the 1,000 includes laundry, toiletries, transport, and other miscellaneous items like detergent. Okay, like detergent as well. So laundry, it's 100 for washing and drying and I do it about the same frequency as I go for my Muay Thai classes now. So at the beginning again, it was lesser because I was not training every day as consistently. So I didn't have to wash as often because every time you train, I have to change out the new set of clothes. Toiletries include soap. So I bought like soap when I was here. Toothbrush, toothpaste, floss, and transport. Transport is actually super low because I walk everywhere. I just stay within the area because I don't like taking transport to random place. If I have no reason to go, I just stay around here and I walk everywhere. So yeah, miscellaneous is around 1,000. It's plus minus here and there. So that's for miscellaneous. And other than that, that is actually pretty much it. So the overall total for 1 month, my 1 month here is about 21,606.667, which you can round up to about 22,000. So that's my 1 month living expenses here, which is actually super low because I didn't do anything, and all the things that I'm doing now, I'm doing it twice as much as I was back then. So like now, like the next update I do of this should be higher. But yeah, so actually this is super low amount, which is super cool, right? So the amount I make from like doing websites is enough to cover this, which is super cool, and I really like it here. And yeah, so it's actually entirely possible to survive on a super small budget here. The 21.6 is about 850 in Singapore dollars. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, so this is my lifestyle is probably on the absolute lowest end of prices. So if you go to upmarket places, higher end places, and pay for things, pay for higher quality, like more expensive food and things like that, then obviously this is a lot more expensive on a regular basis. Because it's not like I didn't go at all. I went 1 or 2 times to the mall and I bought food there. So this is inclusive of like once a week of more expensive stuff. But in general, it's always my street food, which I love, and yeah, and I don't really spend much on anything. So a big expense now, which is definitely all my Muay Thai classes, which is 500 per session. So a month is about 4,000 now. So yeah, so this is on the absolute lowest end of things that you can expect to do. So if you're on a super tight budget, this is something that you can benchmark towards. But yeah, so that's 1 month, the cheapest month ever of living here. So I'll do an updated one where I'm like in my real flow of doing things, which should be a more realistic expectation of what the cost of living is if you are doing more regular activities here and more involved in like the things people do here, rather than when I first got here I was just walking everywhere, staying here, doing my work, and still figuring out like what is here, what is there, and all those stuff. And yeah, and of course eating less. So I'm eating more now. So that is obviously based on personal eating habits. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So about 22,000 for my first-ish month here, for the month of July, which I was here. And now it's August. But yeah, so that's it. That's my cost of living in Chiang Mai. Okay, thanks.